Joey B, man, with stats in hand, spilling numbers like grains of sand. Fantasy talking about diamond dreams, chasing players, whispering their schemes. Oh, Welsh, breaking it down real slow, voices howling in the radio's glow. Talking monsters on the baseball field, wizards swinging bats and magic shields. Fantasy baseball in the night, podcasters giving us that sight. Question marks and stars collide, dreams of glory never hide.
Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros MLB. This is Leading Off Live. It is me, Joey P. Joe P. Pisapia. With me, of course, is the Welsh, and it's all of you, the Peanuts and the Cracker Jacks, right here on our Twitch, twitch.tv/fantasypros. That's the place to be Monday through Friday, 12:30 Eastern, to watch us live here, hang out with us, talk baseball, and of course, you can always talk more baseball and watch us on demand on the YouTube channel, Fantasy Pros MLB. Subscribe to that bad boy. Welsh, we got a lot to talk about today. We got some big stars on some big heaters right now. We have got some big injuries to discuss, too, that are going to have some huge implications on fantasy. We're going to talk about
promotion that just happened 4 minutes ago because of an injury that I had to double check as the open was
4
happening.
minutes? My God, things are happening and bebopping and scatting all over the place. I guess before we start anything, we got to get to the very top of the headlines, which is somebody broke the curse. And that's somebody.
Wait, should I do this?
Well,
Tatis.
you get 2 thumbs. Yeah, and it's me. 2 thumbs and it's me. You're welcome, America, because Fernando Tatis Jr. hit his first home run of 2026. And who picked him on the weekend?
Look how happy he is.
This guy. Look at that's how happy I was when I saw it. And the internet blew up. You know how many Twitter messages I got on the Tatis homer? It was hilarious. That's how I found out. Because, of course, I'm doing other things. I'm not paying attention to every single second of something. With Fernando Tatis, I just set it and forget it. And I knew it happened because I got ding, 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 Twitter notifications everywhere. Joey P broke the curse. All we needed was him to pick it. Look at Fernando Tatis. Hallelujah. Amen. And Tatis had been just crushing the ball for about a week. So it was inevitable. It was bound to happen. So it must feel pretty good for the rest of America to see Fernando Tatis finally hit a home run. I guess that feeling right there, that's a picture is worth 1,000 words right there, Welsh.
Definitely. I mean, he had been hitting the ball hard all season. That's the only thing. All season long. So, I mean, it was an inevitability of when it was going to happen and, is it going to keep going? But, yes, everybody should send their thank you cards to Joe because without Joe, Fernando Tatis Jr. could not have accomplished this great feat of getting his first homer. So, everybody, send your thank yous. Thank you, Joe. We are not worthy. Thank you for picking him. If you had not, this could not have happened.
And also, let me just say, not only does it keep me in the top 5 of the home run contest, but it also eliminates the bonus that
it did. It killed.
Was
yeah, the
give
bonus
out.
Is dead.
So I am the thief of joy. I am the killer of good tidings and fun because we're playing for blood now in the home run contest. Okay, this is not fun anymore. This is not us playing around. Nah. This is serious now. Serious business. All right, that's what this is. Speaking of serious business, this man is serious. I mean, how do we not start a show with Jacob Misiorowski anymore? I don't know, but here we go again. Struck out 8 guys, another 2-0 win, 0 earned runs for him against the Astros. Misiorowski is now the 25th pitcher in Major League Baseball history with 8 consecutive 8+ strikeout games. We are, again, continuously every single time we're looking at Jacob Misiorowski stuff, we're getting these crazy things. And look at this stat here. Only 3 pitchers in Major League Baseball history have accomplished the following over their first 12 starts of a season. 100 strikeouts or more, fewer than 15 earned runs, fewer than 20 walks. Those 3 guys, Pedro Martinez in the year 2000, 2021 Jacob deGrom, and 2026 Jacob Misiorowski. Welsh, that is some rarefied air.
When I said a couple weeks ago that Misiorowski was top 5, I was probably underselling him, but I think I have him at 4. In my redraft ranks, and according to Fantasy Pros on our VBR, he is number 1. He is the number 1 player. And you want to know another fun fact? He is not even number 1 in the NL Cy Young Award race right now.
No,
the NL,
Sanchez is still.
Yeah, the NL Cy Young race is crazy. What Jacob Misiorowski continues, there's really just I think the only thing you can kind of harp on is is there sustainability? Is this sustainable? He continues to lower his walks. It's down to 7%. That's crazy. That's 4% lower than it was last year. His strikeouts are elite. The quality of contact against him is almost non-existent. Like, it's a masterclass. It's a masterclass of pitching. He's crazy, and I think it's just really like, what level do you believe that this can continue? And what the Brewers have done with their pitching overall, hat tip to them. It's not just Misiorowski, it's been the crew, but Misiorowski has gone from this really like cool, high upside pitcher to looking like one of the best fantasy aces in baseball right now due to his ability to strike out and minimize walks. And he's going deeper into games as well. Like, I mean, every time I look at his stat line, I feel like I'm going to look at like 8 innings, 1 hit, you know, and it's like 7 innings, 3 hits, 8 innings, 2 hit, you know, like he's going deep. He's striking out. He's the best. I mean, do you think that he can continue being a top 3 fantasy starting pitcher, knowing what the landscape looks like?
I do, and the landscape is very good in the National League. I think the buzz that he gets with these starts too. The first 20 pitches of the game he threw were 100 miles an hour or more. I mean, that's just absurd stuff. And the fastball is so good, he was just throwing fastballs. And as good as Christopher Sanchez has been, not giving up an earned run for an entire month, I really believe that the Misiorowski hype train, because it's a media award, will eventually, if he stays healthy, fall into his lap, and that award will as well. So that's my take on Misiorowski, because he is attention viewing. He is a guy that is getting eyeballs nationally. Christopher Sanchez is a great pitcher, but I don't think the world is stopping and the internet's checking around for Christopher Sanchez starts anymore. They want to see Misiorowski because he's this highlight film. There was 100-something mile an hour fastballs 20 times in a row, and it's different. We're not used to seeing that kind of stuff out of a starting pitcher, and that we've seen some relievers do stuff like that, but not anything close to what this guy's doing right now. And when you're talking about Jacob deGrom 2021, you're talking about Pedro Martinez circa the 1999-2000 era. Oh, I mean, those are some of the greatest pitching seasons we've ever seen.
So who'd you take rest of the season, Sanchez or Misiorowski?
Oh, you know, for fantasy, I got to be honest with you, I still feel that I would give up a little bit of the amazing, you know, Jacob Misiorowski stuff that's going on for the stability of what I think Sanchez is, because I think there's just a little bit more stability and a little less injury risk. And
are you inverse?
That's a crappy way of looking at it.
In real life, are you inverse then? Are you Jacob Misiorowski in real life over Sanchez?
I'm Jacob Misiorowski for Cy Young because it's a media award, and I do believe the media attention that he's getting overtakes Christopher Sanchez lunch pail kind of attitude about pitching.
Yeah, I think the Brewers are winning the
latest.
division right now. Phillies are playing from behind. They're probably not going to be able to catch. I mean, there's still a full half of the season in front of us. If the Phillies could catch fire, and I think like we're saying it's a media award, yet the early indications are that Chris Sanchez is the leader coming off of that ridiculous streak that he had as well. So I'd say more than anything else, it's anybody's game. If you wanted to just quickly look at the NL award race, it's anybody's game. There's like 3 to 4 players that are just, you know, dominant, and the AL looks hysterically stupid right now. It's Cam Schlittler and everybody else, but Misiorowski's inserted himself in there, and yeah, he deserves to be talked about at the top. He's such a huge, big fantasy boon, and regardless, I even think the injury people got to take a step back and be like, there's just no way I could move off of him this season. I mean,
I can't move off of him, but I also have to understand that a guy that throws this hard this frequently at this age, he has got to be the highest risk there is for an elbow issue. Like, it just has to be, and I don't want it to be. I'm not moving off of him. I'm not trading him away. And I saw Game Over has both of them. He's got Sanchez and Misiorowski. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, that team ERA must be 1. I mean, it's just absurd to have both these guys on one roster. Would be crazy to think about this year, but you could have easily done that this year. You know, where Misiorowski goes next year, that's going to be fascinating. I can tell you that much. All right. More great pitching performances. Braxton Ashcraft, 11 strikeouts for him. Ranger Suarez, 10 strikeouts of his own. And Jack Leiter, look at Jack Leiter, 5 2/3 against the Royals. 10 strikeouts. Boy, the Royals, Welsh. Oh, just continuing. Royal flush.
Garbage pile.
That's the headline for that season, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. It's usually you look at like expected stuff, and then you look at slow starts and you build a narrative and a story. There's nothing with them. It's Bobby Witt Jr. and just a pile out there. Michael has been fine. Vinny has been blah. Jack has never, taken a boost up. Salvi's been bad. It's been a collective team bad. And I was on record of saying, like, I thought that team could be wildly competitive, and I thought there'd be a lot more fantasy value out of it. They brought the freaking, walls in, and they stink. They stink to high heaven right now.
They certainly do. They certainly do. I saw there was a question that was cheered from Houdat, friend of the show. Do I start Slade Ciccone or Kwei Tang? Or do I drop one to start Jared Jones in a category? I would drop Tang for Jared Jones in a second. That's what I would do.
I would side on Jared Jones 100%. 6 strikeouts in that first return. Gave up 5 earned runs, though. That's the thing that you got to kind of monitor.
Okay.
But that's why I was saying, I think we were talking about it, like first start out, that's where he ends up. Like, I think you can not start the guys. You can just kind of move away, see where it goes. Next start, this is going to be where it's a little bit more important. But I would rather him over the other two.
Guy's been struggling a lot too this year. Tanner Bibee had a good start, quality start that against the Red Sox. Gave up 3 earned runs over 6 innings, so 6 hits for him. So better outing for Tanner Bibee, which is good. But we got to talk about 2 guys that are playing out of their mind right now. Both big stars. The first, Ronald Acuna, which it does feel like Ronald Acuna got super hot right around the time where we did our little Guess Who game. So once again, we are kind of the pace setters, the trend setters, whatever you want to say. Who is that player? I'll tell you who it is. It's Ronald Acuna. That's who it is right now. And look at what he has done over this last stretch here. I mean, hopefully somebody picked Ronald Acuna over the weekend. His last 4 games, home run, 2 home runs, and then a home run. I mean, absolutely on fire here. 4 homers, 5 homers in the last 4 games. Unbelievable what Ronald Acuna has been doing. And to the point of what we were discussing on that Savant page in the Guess Who game, Ronald Acuna's deeper stats looked pretty decent. Ronald Acuna has had some weird stop-starts to the year with some injuries and some issues and stuff like that, but you can't keep a great player down for too long. And sometimes you do get a great player who's, starting to age into a certain way, or certain style players like make Trey Turner, right? Trey Turner, as he got into his 30s, I think we all knew that his game, quote unquote, wasn't going to age as well as some other guys. And that you have to take into account. But when you have a player like Ronald Acuna, who's a superstar, you just rely on your superstars and you have to practice patience with them. And if you practice patience, my God, would you reward it this weekend?
He's, like I said, one of the most obvious players you would buy on. Everything was kind of saying the same story. Not really sure what to say about it, but I'm a buy-in. If anything, I don't know. I'm getting vibes of vintage Ronald Acuna. I think that's been my biggest problem with him for the last couple of years is like sometimes I don't think he quite knows who he is, and his game kind of goes into the same space where it's like, I don't steal bases, or I don't hit homers, or guess what? I'm not really doing them together over the last couple of years. Well, now, for the first time, and it seems like 2 or 3 years, it seems like they are collectively working. He has more stolen bases than he did last year, where he was homer heavy. He's got more. He's actually just under the stolen base marker from 2 years ago when he was stolen base heavy. So he's pacing out. He's pacing out very well. So homers, stolen bases. This could be, if he can stay healthy the rest of the season and keep pace, it's gonna be a 30-30. I mean, maybe he pushes 40-40. Maybe he's a guy that's going to make some loud conversations in some of those like MVP markets and stuff like that. He's got a ways to go, but it just looks a little bit more vintage Ronald Acuna, which I think can make you feel very good.
Speaking of vintage superstars, how about Juan Soto? Not to be outdone. Holy cow. Juan Soto had himself a month in a weekend, basically. I mean, over his last 20 games, you look at the stretch he's had. The weekend was spectacular, but over the last 20 games, he has really gotten red hot. 315 batting average, 9 home runs, 19 RBI. He had a grand slam yesterday, 23 hits, 11 walks. I mean, look, Juan Soto, once again, there were some people there frustrated with Juan Soto. Injured opening of the season there. You had to wait for him a little bit. The Mets offense obviously scuffling all over the place, but when Juan Soto is locked in, Welsh, I don't know if there's a better hitter in baseball. I just don't. I mean, it's Ohtani, but Ohtani doesn't do the things I think at-bats that Juan Soto does. And I'll still say this. But just not ever. I think Juan Soto is the best
guy.
hitter.
What do you mean? He's a 50-50
Yeah, but he is a 50-50 guy, which I'm not saying he's not spectacular. I'm just saying that when you watch at-bat by at-bat, I don't know if anybody's better than Juan Soto in terms of hitting, just pure hitter.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that Ohtani didn't have a better, but would you take anybody, if someone asked you who's the best pure hitter in baseball, would you not say Juan Soto? I would say Juan Soto.
Yeah, it's probably Juan Soto. I mean, I think Bobby Witt kind of comes into there, but it's probably not. Well, what I'm curious about with this back-to-back is who would you rather rest of season, Juan Soto or Ronald Acuna for fantasy?
I still want Juan Soto. I mean, it's not like Juan Soto didn't steal bases last year, too. I still want Juan Soto.
Okay. Yeah, I think the profile, the floor is a lot better with Juan Soto right now. There's a part of me, though, that like I kind of think Acuna is going to put together like a 25-40, type of season. Maybe it's going to close 30-40. Soto looks like he's pacing out to be like 35 to 40, 15. But the batting average is ridiculous. I don't know. That's really tough.
It is tough.
I think I probably would lean Soto
bases,
too.
You get some bad. I mean, look, you're just happy to have either of them. I got both of them in our FantasyPros league, so I'm very, very happy about that. So it was a fun weekend of baseball. Let me tell you that much. Not so fun yesterday for those who had Elly Cruz, who I also have on that team. Right hamstring injury. Last I saw, we were still waiting for the scan, so we'll see how that works out. Elly Cruz said that he felt like he stopped himself before it could get too bad, so he's optimistic. But I am pessimistic that he is not going to miss at least some time here. Whether he goes to the IL or not,
he has already officially gone to the IL. That was what I was referring to at the top of the show. He's officially going on the IL.
Okay.
And friend of prospecting with the Welsh, Edwin Arroyo, is the person that is being called up. So they have
good.
Yeah, they got a lot of guys. They got a lot of dudes. That they could have chose from. I mean, the problem is a positional thing. Noelvi Marte had been awesome. Hector Rodriguez.
Will he actually play, though, you think?
Arroyo?
Or will they just, move McLean around and this guy around?
No, McLean's a second baseman. No, Arroyo's a shortstop. Arroyo should come up, and he should be, I imagine he should be their shortstop. I mean, I suppose they could Sal Stewart to second and Matt McLean to short, but I think they brought up Edwin Arroyo for this race. Edwin Arroyo has been absolutely phenomenal contact hitter, really good shortstop. So he'll come up and play that position. And positionally, that's why he beat out like Noelvi or Hector Rodriguez. So yeah, that move is official. And Edwin Arroyo has got some, it doesn't have long-term fantasy implications because, this is contingent on Elly De La Cruz. And I suppose he could stay up for a bit, but it's a great ballpark. Like, if you're looking for short-term value, I do think Edwin Arroyo is someone I would be paying attention to for sure, because there's also this chance, I don't like Matt McLean. I'm surprised he kind of still goes, that I wonder if Edwin Arroyo just kind of comes out banging, if maybe they would consider something where Arroyo could just take over second base.
Maybe. I mean, I would love to see it, but we'll have to wait. But Arroyo, I watched some more Arroyo footage this weekend, actually. I was watching some highlights of him because I was talking about him with another person, and just fast hands. I mean, that's the thing that pops to me when I watch Arroyo. His wrists and his hands are so quick to the baseball, and he turns on the ball so quickly. He's an exciting player, and like you said, exciting players in that ballpark makes for excitement. Nobody's excited about this. When we left you on Friday, we got not one but two big injuries with some big implications. First, Murakami goes to the IL with a grade 2 hamstring. He's going to miss 4 to 6 weeks, which absolutely sucks. So we're taking him out of that White Sox lineup. And then the Eury Perez injury too. His right glacialis was strained, jumping around in the dugout. Now he's going to miss 8 weeks, apparently. Now he says he's going to beat that 8-week timetable. And okay, that sounds great. But first, let's start with Murakami, because you're taking this guy out of this lineup for the White Sox. It's a huge loss there. It's also a huge loss for fantasy teams that have been loving it. Now, look, you got a lot of power in season-long roto for Murakami. You give you 20 bombs already, you're happy, right? This is far and above your expectation. If he gave you 25 all year, you'd be thrilled. But it's the head-to-head formats now where you got to replace Murakami. So is it a Horwitz? Is it think about what's on the waiver wire right now that might be able to help you in that sort of first base vein? It's not a whole lot.
I mean, if somebody like Gavin Sheets were still floating out there,
that's a good name.
I think that's someone. I'm gonna even pull this up here on the Fantasy Pros. Gavin Sheets is the first person that came to mind that might be available in more leagues. Jake Bowers, 41% across both leagues. He's really found something.
Paul Goldschmidt, would he be a guy too? A temporary
Goldie's
guy?
interesting.
He's
the guy
12% rostered.
I've talked about a ton, and his roster percentage just hasn't really changed a ton. And I know he's a platoon player, but Luke Raley is 21% owned. He's got 13 homers. He's hitting 280. That's a guy, and I think Ryan O'Hearn just got brought back. So Ryan O'Hearn, those would be relative replacements.
Yeah.
It looks like, though, the White Sox are doing something interesting. They brought up Jacob Gonzalez, and they're going to primarily play him at first. And that's like a middle infield type of guy that can kind of move around there. I don't know. I would take everybody we talked about. I'd prioritize guys like Bowers and O'Hearn and stuff over him. But if you're super, super deep league, Jacob Gonzalez will have some roster flexibility. But yeah, weirdly enough, there's no fixing the Murakami stuff for your roster, that is a ton of homers. That's why Gavin Sheets immediately came to mind, because like that's someone who's gonna, drop some bombs and maybe keep you in it a little bit. But yeah, you lose that amount of homers. It's absolutely brutal. And it's just another side, which by the way, you can tell we have a BP MLB show coming up here soon, because really paying attention to but like the AL Rookie of the Year, that just cashes it. You 6 weeks of Murakami out, like.
I agree.
No one's doing anything.
That McGonigal early plus 600 bet I made is looking very good right now.
Yeah, that was my preseason bet when we did the show before the preseason. Like plus 650. McGonigal, done. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it much anymore. Like that is over. But yeah, Murakami, this is a pretty freaking brutal blow. But luckily there are quite a few corner infield, like first base guys sitting in a lot of fantasy leagues that people have just not been picking up.
Now, look, Perez, again, finally had a big 9-strikeout game. Things were looking really good, and then now he goes to the IL. And it wasn't the only guy either, because Jansen Junk got hurt too. So now the Marlins are really in a pinch. I know Milbrandt was a guy that they just promoted from Double to Triple A.
Yep.
I know we're going to talk about that in the rookie Lookie in a second anyway, but we might as well just talk about it now. He's got a 1.34 ERA, a 1 whip. Craig Mish broke this news actually earlier today. Good friend of mine. 70 strikeouts, 17 walks over 47 innings. That's a dominant performance there for him at Double A.
Yeah, I think he was on last week's prospecting. This is the excitement, but the timeline just kind of moved in our face, because I was kind of throwing it out to everybody like, hey, here are levels of players that I want you guys to pay attention to. Milbrandt, I think I put him in the Double A because he was, and then all of a sudden, not only did he get pushed up to Triple A, but multiple injuries on top of the injury you're not talking about. Thomas White is also injured. That does put a potential. I mean, it just depends what the Marlins are.
You have no Snelling. You have no Thomas White. I mean,
yeah, well, he's got a junk went down.
This aircraft carrier certainly is open for landing.
I guess what I'm saying is it depends what the Marlins, your aircraft carrier, what they want to do. But they're the worst. They're the worst in the division. So, are they really? They're the second, third worst, I think, in the NL. Are they really looking to push anybody? Would they push a guy like Milbrandt, who just went up to AAA to go to the majors? I doubt it. I think they're going to go in other directions. I think you got to have Milbrandt.
What's the other direction, though? I know you're right. It doesn't feel like it, but are they kind of up against it right now? Like, I don't know who else they have there in that AAA roster that they want to bring up, or maybe promote from within, from the bullpen. You want to stretch somebody out there. It just feels like they might be up against it. And this AA to AAA move feels like it's like, okay, maybe we can get by with some openers and some nonsense here for 2 weeks with some off days and figure out some stuff. But if this guy has a good start or two in AAA, I think you're going to see him by mid-June.
I think there's a possibility in July range, maybe after the All-Star break, we could see Milbrandt. But I think what they do is they go back to Braxton Garrett, who, that was the big conversation. I think they go back to Braxton Garrett, and then they could possibly look at a guy like Dax Fulton until Thomas White is back up. So that's the tricky thing. I got to go back and see what the timeline on Thomas White is. Braxton Garrett could probably get you 2 starts, and then if Thomas White is back, you probably go to him before anything else. So it's just, I'm with you. I mean,
we all want to see the kid.
I talked about Milbrandt. I love Milbrandt. I just don't think he's an option for the next 6 weeks, but he is now in conversation, to your point, because he just got the promotion to AAA, and that correlates to all this.
Yeah, I just got the alert on my player news app there from Fantasy Pros about Elly Cruz. So Welsh, once again, ahead of the curve here by a little bit.
Look at that.
Also, I want to shout out some of the folks here in the chat. JD, Resub with Prime, Ryan, and Game Over. 10 stream streak. Very impressive there. Not missing a show. Don't love that. We've also got AZ. Good job by you here. And Van Rod gifting 2 community subs. And AZ just followed us. So we love that. Love everybody hanging on the Twitch. And remember, I don't know if we're giving it away this week, but you know what? Let's promote it one more time. Cecil Fielder jersey could be yours. Pristine auction. I know it's the first, technically. But maybe you could sneak it in here today. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Twitch. Use your Amazon Prime. 1.5 times odds boost of winning the Cecil Fielder jersey from Pristine Auction.
We got no word. We got no word that a name has been picked. And according to this right here, it looks like tomorrow. Tomorrow is
okay, so this is it.
Yeah.
We gave you one extra day because people are, have a case of the Mondays. What do you make of the Carmen Mlodzinski situation too, where he got pissed off that Jared Jones took his rotation spot? So he's like, he just totally pulled the Office Space. He's like, I'm just not gonna come to work anymore.
Yeah, I think
love
this
that.
is a really, really weird one because, like,
The Marlins should call him.
who are you? Like, who are you? I mean, you had pitched well. He had, like, let's not pretend he hadn't 3.76
decent,
ERA.
yeah.
100%. He had 4 wins. He definitely had an inflated whip and stuff like that. But, like, he had pitched really well. But to cry about it and to be like, did you see the whole, like, I've had to talk with my family and my team, and shut up, dude. Do your job. If the team says you're in the bullpen, you're in the bullpen. Jared Jones was the starter before you. Like, big crybaby stuff, and they put him on the restricted list. I assume to wipe up his tears and see if they can clean that up for a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is
He's
like
gonna get traded.
I don't know if this is like you're such a crybaby. You're like, well, now I have to get traded because I was really good in 9 starts, and you pick someone else over me. I don't know. Maybe he'll be less butthurt after a little bit, but it's a very weird situation for, a team that trying to do some stuff. He had been successful, and then as soon as he can't have the starting role, like he has to be put on the restricted. The restricted list is usually meant for a guy that has got, some like Jack, I've mentioned Jack Leiter, Kumar Rocker, like they've got to rework through maybe a swing or an approach at the plate or a pitch or something like that. It's not because you've been crying for 2 weeks.
Oh, I didn't know it was an option. So
Yeah, apparently you can.
if I get replaced on a show, I'm just gonna
Start crying about it. Yeah.
I don't want to do any shows if I can't do this show. That's not gonna do it anymore. All right, speaking of the Pirates, Connor Griffin 10-day IL with a right flexor tendon strain, so we'll keep a close eye on that. They say it's not serious. Okay, cool. We'll see how that goes. Bryce Eldridge had himself a great day, maybe his best as a major leaguer. 4 for 6 with a homer, 2 doubles, 4 runs scored. Again, it was in Colorado, but still, hits are hits. We'll take him in our. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I interrupted you. I just wanted to say, you want perspective on Bryce Eldridge?
Sure.
On May 30th, he was hitting 192. After May 31st, he was hitting 241. It went 50-point batting average jump. So
One day. Wow.
Yeah.
Kevin McGonigal, that was worth interrupting for sure. Kevin McGonigal, single, drew a pair of walks, stole a base, because that's what he does. He just fills the box score every day. I freaking love Kevin McGonigal.
he's a baseball player, dude.
Short king. That's what he is. He is a ball player. I love it. He's such a
That's
throwback.
a jersey
Can't
we
get
need
enough.
to be giving away here. You oohing and ahhing. We need to get
I just
ourselves a
wanna get
McGonigal
one.
jersey.
Bro, Kevin McGonigal. Like, he is the lone bright spot, I feel like, for the Tigers this year. Tigers have been a rough patch, man. The schoolboy injury, everything has been bad. Kevin McGonigal is that one like shining beacon right now for that team.
Also, think about when they trade Skubal. I don't know if you saw over the weekend more reports coming out that the likelihood of Tarek Skubal being traded has
he'll be a
jumped up.
Dodger.
Yeah, well, also one of the teams I brought up, the Padres, are floating out there. But whatever the point is, whatever they get back, I just don't think they're going to be able to prop up what they got back as the holy savior for why the Tigers are going to be great. So it goes back to Kevin McGonigal. Kevin McGonigal is going to become the face of this team. There is no face in the pitching side. Riley Green couldn't do it. Spencer Torkelson couldn't do it. There's nobody on that team that could really carry. And Kevin McGonigal
Casey
is that
Mize
floor.
was supposed to be that guy once upon a time. Remember that?
None of those guys. And
Who's
I
the
just
other
don't
guy,
think the
too?
trade is going to
Manning.
look well
Remember
enough.
Matt Manning? No, it was Mize and Manning.
Manning is
Those were the
pitching
two
in like
guys.
the KBO or something, or Japan right now. So
And then all of a sudden, Skubal comes out of nowhere. But it was always Mize and Manning. Those were the two guys he had to wait on.
You are right.
All right, fun fact here. I love fun facts. Colson Montgomery went 1 for 3. He hit his 15th home run. So just for context here, the MLB home run leaderboard since Colson Montgomery debuted, which was July 4th, Independence Day last year, Kyle Schwarber has 52 home runs. Aaron Judge, number 2, with 39 home runs. My boy, Junior Caminero, has 37. Juan Soto has 36. And tied with Juan Soto with 36 is Colson Montgomery. Is there a great power hitter kind of lurking beneath here, Welsh, that we don't talk about enough with Colson Montgomery? That we all know that he's got some pop in the bat. But this stat kind of hit me like a ton of bricks, where it just made me go, whoa. Colson Montgomery is not just like a guy with some pop. He's an elite power guy for the last year since he's been called up. And this is his beginning of his career. I don't think like Colson Montgomery gets enough credit for what he's been doing here for the White Sox on this run either.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's definitely a little bit in me that's going to be a little I told you so, because like I've been talking about his power since the AFL, and I gotta, this will probably subside by next year, But I always got to poke at our boy Rico because me and Rico got into multiple battles that he was just like Colson, looking at the minor league numbers and being like Colson's not a power hitter, and I just consistently said, you got to watch him. You got to watch Colson Montgomery before you say he's not a power hitter, because trust me, he's a big boy. And he is built off of power, and he had serious wrist and swing issues that he was working through in the minors. The minors does not tell the entire story, and the skill set was always there. Now, that I think we'd be comparing him to Juan Soto, debuts. No, I don't think on that
Juan
level.
Soto, Schwarber, Judge. I mean,
But 25, 30 homers, yes, I've
Wow.
always thought that's in the ability for Colson Montgomery. Like this, again, this is like who he is. I saw him hit 2 homers in an AFL game, and the way the swing came across and how he had fixed it year over year, it was like, yeah, this is definitely a power hitter, but not at this magnitude. That's a ridiculously wild stat, by the way.
Like I said, this was the best stat that I saw all morning today when I was researching.
It's just, can he hit for average? Like he's got an XBA of 219.
And he, well, you know what? Ask me, can Kyle Schwarber hit for average? No.
Yeah.
Do we care? No.
Yeah, I kind
care.
of feel like we care a little bit more with Colson Montgomery, but to your point, maybe
But he
we're not
plays a
going to
position.
need to. Yeah, maybe we're not going to
But
need to.
Colson Montgomery plays a premium position. One's a DH. So, you know what? I'm a little bit more forgiving even of Colson Montgomery for that because he plays that premium position. This is like I said, this is like
Yeah, it's wild.
real stuff right here. So everybody, who has Colson Montgomery, be thankful because you're talking about an elite power guy right there. And I just don't, and when you have him and Murakami in that lineup here, now you start to see like these building blocks and these pieces here. And you see Antonacci starting to get hot, and you see this pitching staff, this no-name pitching staff of the White Sox continue to go out there and put up good start after good start after good start. And they're just getting it done. It's amazing how they've turned things around there so quickly. And it should be a blueprint for some other teams that are struggling right now of like, this is how you do it.
Next year, they're going to be one of those teams where it's like, people are going to start making the bets on. You're going to start making the bets, whatever the win total is. Maybe then for
especially
be
if Scuba leaves that
competitive.
division, right? If Scuba leaves that division, right? And you got like, the way the Royals are playing right now, man, like
One or
you
two
can
moves
really
away. Like one
Yeah.
good, I mean, we joke about it, but it's like one good crochet type of guy. You can get like one good pitcher to join into that rotation, some type of a leader hitter that you can build around some of these young guys, like a floor, contact type of hitter. And then, they might be scary. They really might be scary.
I wonder who the free agents are next year. Like besides Scuba, obviously, like they're not going to, go through that. But the 2026 free agents of baseball. Let me see if I can bring that up here just to see where that might be. So
There also
I
could be
guess
the
it would
trade
the
market.
2020
This team is
2027,
while you're
I should
looking.
say.
Yeah, while you're looking, this team they've still got plenty of guys in their minor league system to make moves if they wanted to buy on someone that, is, let's say, a year away.
Here's a name. Corbin Burns has an opt-out. I don't know if he's going to use it. I don't think he will.
No, he won't.
With Arizona, but that would be an interesting guy.
Hope not.
Michael King also has an opt-out. I don't know if that's necessarily
Yeah, Michael
where they
King
would
is
go.
interesting.
But he would be an interesting guy there for sure. There's not a lot of other like needle mover pitchers.
That's what I'm saying.
see.
It might be someone who's like a year and a half away from free agency, and that they
Maybe.
can go and make a move on. I mean, they also have to deal with, by the way, re-signing Munetaka Murakami. They only signed him to a 2-year deal because everyone was worried about him. So
Yeah, but you know what's going to happen too, Welsh? If indeed this goes through, we were talking about last week with the Major League Baseball salary cap and all these other things too. There might be teams that need to shed salary and shed a guy, and that would fall right into the lap here of a young White Sox team that has some room. 3 up and 3 down. Willie Adames 3 for 5 with a grand slam. Rafael Devers 4 for 6 with 3 doubles. Kyle Bradish, very good
homers.
performance by him. 1 unearned run, 4 hits, 7 innings for him. The downs, the Reds bullpen. Centillion, they pulled him from a save chance. He only got 2 of the 5 batters he faced out. Zebby Matthews took a loss, 7 earned runs for him, and the Rockies gave up 19 runs in that game. 19 to the San Francisco Giants. Not exactly a juggernaut offense. Speaking of the Giants, Logan Webb made his return, 5 innings for him from his return for the IL. What did you make of Logan Webb's mixed bag in Colorado?
Yeah, I mean, I want big results. That's kind of what I'm still looking for from him. But 4 and
I think
1/3.
it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I didn't like the walks. If you could have given me this line where he went 4 and 1/3, he gave up an earned run, he struck out 5, and he walked 1, I'd have felt a lot better. But yeah, I'm not going to completely hold this against him. I kind of think I'm probably still a little bit of a buy on him, just because I think it's just an all-time low of his value. But yeah, that leaves me susceptible because he just might be poop at this point.
Garrett Crochet halted due to his lat tightness. Stopped throwing. Yikes. That's not good. So I don't like that at all. This is starting to get reminiscent of, remember the year that Noah Syndergaard had that lat issue? And it was like, he'll be fine, we'll work his way back. And then we didn't see him again for, I don't know. I think he came back for a start and went right back on the IL, I think. And then we didn't see him again, I want to say, if memory serves. Something to that fact. This does not feel good. I can tell you that right now. Don't like this at all.
Nope.
Harrison Bader goes to the IL with plantar fasciitis. Michael Garcia left with a hamstring strain. Good news, though. Jordan Lawler doubled and walked on Saturday in a minor league rehab. He's going to move from rookie ball, I think, up this week to another, I think it's double or triple A. Dylan Cease is scheduled to throw a bullpen session. Hunter Brown got 5 strikeouts in his rehab start, 1 run and 3 innings, so he should be back probably in the next 2 weeks. The Pirates, we mentioned, activated Ryan O'Hearn, so if he's out there and you're looking for somebody in the infield that can help you out for Murakami, O'Hearn might be that guy. He plays at first base and outfield. Jansen Junk, we mentioned, 15-day IL, and Bailey Ober goes to the IL with elbow inflammation. After Bailey Ober's smoke and mirrors, man, oh man, it's such a shame. Now all of a sudden, we're at the IL with Bailey Ober. Guy can't catch a break, Welsh.
Yeah, well, catches lots of breaks and gets him back on the IL. So,
all right, let's talk about the home run board here and see where things are going. So here you go, everybody. High Cubby at 27, Solar Whips at 26, tied for second. Carly at 23, and then I'm tied at 22 with my boy Jay Chow. Yeah, that's good company right there at the top. Juan Soto jersey up for grabs. Again, you can go pick home runs on our Discord, fantasypros.com/chat. I'm going to take Junior Caminero today, my boy Junior. And Welsh, you went with a guy that I was contemplating, so hopefully that works out for you.
Yeah, I, by the way, was going to take a guy that just got hurt, so I had to make a change here for mine. I'm going to take Mikey Trout. Mike Trout against Kyle Freeland is going to be my bet here, but I may or may not have wanted, Elly De La Cruz.
Yeah, but we don't have to worry about that. Hey, Welsh, you know what time it is?
What time is it? I would love for you to tell me.
It's time for the best bets of the day.
Hey!
With Joey P and the Welsh, brought to you by Hard Rock Bets, sponsor of our show. The NBA Finals are here. You got the Spurs, you got the Knicks, you got NBA action on the hardwood, and you can bet it at Hard Rock Bet, Florida's sportsbook, and the official sports betting partner of the Orlando Magic. And today, for Major League Baseball, we're going to bet on Hard Rock 2. Give me the Twins on the run line, -1.5 at +129. Why, you say? Well, because Joe Ryan's on the mound. He's got back-to-back 9 strikeout games. He's been dominant since that little hiccup with the potential elbow issue. He's been excellent. Now, he is taking on the White Sox, a team that's been very good, but no Murakami, and we're still TBA in terms of who's pitching that game today. So Joe Ryan's just been so good. I think this is a time where the White Sox are kind of caught a little short-handed, and I think the Twins can take advantage of that. Welsh, where are you going for your best bet of the day?
I'm going to go with one of the first ones off the board today, and I'm going to take the Rays. The Rays on the run line here, -1.5, so they've got to win by 2 on plus money. Really, this is just attacking the Tigers. The Tigers are just not a good team right now. Ty Madden's put up like a solid ERA-looking number, but also, he's been going between like relief and start, and I'm not sure my level of trust in Ty Madden, but also it's just the Rays just kind of consistently and constantly beat you down here. So I like them to put up some runs. I think they're bringing out Griffin Jacks at the start. The Tigers offense just is a big struggle here. So Rays to win by 2 plus money. That is my Hard Rock bet of the day.
Don't forget new signups. Bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets when you place your bets at Hard Rock Bet and you win. You get your winnings and your bonus of $150. But you can't get it if you don't download the Hard Rock Bet app. Check out all of the same game parlay action they've got, all the in-game live betting, all the profit boosts. It's all happening right here at Hard Rock Bet. All right, Welsh, good times today. It's nice to see you after the weekend. We had a great weekend of football, too. Shout out to my girls, 14 YouTube. The Giants regional that we played in was cool. Some of the New York Giants were there, too. Players from the team were there. It was very cool.
Odell Beckham there?
Yeah, well, no, Jameis Winston. That's who I wanted to see because that's my boy. But I will say, What a job by Miami ladies. We fell a little short in the championship game, but 4 games we shut out our opponents 4 straight times. It was an amazing, dominant performance. We barely gave up a first down. No touchdowns given up. We faced a team in the championship, Welsh, from Staten Island that literally mercied all 4 of their opponents in the first half. That's how good they were. And we lost 20-12. We actually had a 12-7 lead at one point, but fell apart in the second half. But what a great run. Fell a little short of the national championship run, but not bad. Not a bad day of football on a beautiful day.
Pretty good still.
What did you do with your weekend, Welsh? We really didn't talk about. People complain when we catch up at the front of the show.
Oh,
So
really?
I like
Yeah,
when we
because they
catch
want
up
to
at
go
the
to
end
the
of the show.
baseball. I think I told you my kids were going to be extras in a movie, and I joined them on it.
That's
and
right.
They put
With
the
Eric
camera
Roberts.
right on my face, so I might be in
beautiful face.
this thing. And then other than
This is
that,
your chance to get discovered.
Yeah, now I can really be somebody. So.
Old-timey Hollywood stuff.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Who's that? Who's that good-looking fella back there?
Yeah,
Not Eric Roberts, the one behind him with the hat.
It'll be disastrous.
Bring him into my office. Let's get him on the couch. See what he's made of.
That's better.
That's pretty cool, though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a pretty cool weekend for you. So we're happy to be back talking baseball. As Welsh said, we've got a fun Futures episode coming up on the audio version. So make sure you go check that out. Go subscribe to the audio podcast for MLB. Myself, Bogman, and Welsh talking about some of our futures, some of the stuff we just bet on last month, where it stands today, and if we want to reinvest or change anything around. Also, our best bets going forward. We got some new stuff for you, too, if you're interested in that. And, of course, we've got our buy-sell video we're going to record right now. So let's get out of here. That'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on. For the Welsh, I'm Joey P. We will see you next time, kids. Boy, oh boy, that Welsh sure does have some great legs. Let's put him in some tights.
Yeah.
Look at those calves, that fella. He's got height too. I like that. Let's get him into hair and makeup. See if we can make him a star. You're gonna be a star.
You're gonna be a star, sweetheart.